know we were in between the gun club and the boat launch, or the lake.
Nice.
So.
We're live. Or it doesn't matter. You can talk about that all you want. It's just what it is, what it is. I might move this here just over just a touch. Nobody can see it. Your smoke machine. Hey, what's good? How's everybody tonight? I guess I better shut this off in the background though, or I can. Actually, you know what I can do for you, baby? I can. Did you want closed caption on? And you can still read it.
Sure. I don't even know what we're watching. I'm knitting.
Hey, Paul. One live to another. Yeah, that's what we do sometimes.
I'm knitting, so I don't care.
Yeah, I got the girlfriend's here. She's knitting. Making a blanket. I'm just trying to put the closed caption on there, but it's not. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, to be online.
There it is. Yeah, I know. Hey, Steel City. No, I just I got the TV on over here, but I got it muted and whatnot. But she could still read it. CEO, how's everybody tonight? Yeah, it's actually right now it's 0 for us Canadians, but for all my other friends there, switch over to Fahrenheit, and we got 33.3. I know it's backwards on there, but oh yeah, t-shirt weather for us Canadians.
You want to cut glass?
Yeah, if you want to cut glass, yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, my girlfriend, she goes back to work tomorrow, and it's not going to be too warm.
No, it's only going to be 2 degrees Celsius.
Well, it said 0.4 or 5 or something like that on the thing. No, it's I went and made a coffee. Pretty quiet. Celsius in the UK as well. Nice. It makes, I don't know. I'm used to it. I know everybody needs a Bigfoot pet in this coon. I had to put the blanket here because the dog, it's that time of year. Seasons are changing, so I didn't want everything to be covered in fur. Perch fishing? Yes, I love perch fishing. I only caught a few this year, but, well, I might have a winter project there with my canoe. But there's lots of shore fishing I could do and go catch some perch, I think, still. Like you were saying, it's that time of year where they may start biting just before the ice, right? What's the coldest it gets here? Oh,
Minus 35.
yeah, minus 35, minus 40 in the winter.
That's in Celsius.
Like, and that's in Celsius. Yeah, 30. Minus 20 is like a norm, or 20 Celsius. So that would. I don't even have my thermometer. I had another one here, but either way, yeah, it gets pretty damn cold. it's already getting down cold enough where you're noticing the ground's starting to freeze.
We're getting frost.
Yeah, we're getting the frost. It's not quite in the ground yet.
It's starting.
It's a dry cold here, though. You guys, it might be a little bit more damp in the UK. I'm not too sure. Haven't been. Love to. I don't know. I love historical stuff, buildings, stonework. I guess you could say. So, like I said, right now, well, it was 33.3. Now it's 33.1. So it's still dropping. Yeah, because it was, now it's actually saying, okay, there we go. Yeah, now it says 0.6, which it'll be backwards to you guys. But oh, there you go. Now don't work no more. Yeah, no, it's a pretty quiet night. Wanted to go live a couple times. Bitter colder mountain snow, yeah. Well, over the whole winter, I've seen accumulation of about 10 feet. Apparently, that's what we got over the winter. And then you don't realize it until come springtime and you walk over to where you were driving and you're like, I didn't know that was there. So, sorry guys. Yeah, 2 centimeters of snow. Yeah, no, I've already actually seen that once this year.
What?
2 centimeters of snow. They had that before you left from where you were. She was working way up in Chaplow.
And they have about 1.5 centimeters right now. If the other stuff melts it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I can catch a lot of perch in the winter up here too. Hey, backyard, how's things? Oh, there's my mother or my son. Oh, not too much. Just hanging out, making the best of things. The girlfriend made an awesome shepherd's pie for supper there, so I'm pretty stuffed and just relaxing now, having my coffee, firing up the smoke machine, you know. Oh. She goes back to work tomorrow, so where she's heading back up to, might be here last week there.
It's calling for snow the last 3 days.
Yeah, so hopefully she makes it through the 10-day run, but they might send her home early.
Definitely don't want to get caught up there in a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's weird. I've actually had poison ivy, or well, I think it was poison oak that I got years ago. Because the odd time, it'll still, like, you'll wonder and you'll be like, where the heck did they get that blister from? Like 3-4 years later, and sure enough, it can come back. Yes, sir. Shepherd's pie was awesome. She did great. Last night she made a tasty goulash. It was good. Like the meat and noodles, diced tomatoes and cheese and out fish. Yeah, I listened to you. I ended up going live. Wasn't doing much different than what I'm doing now, right? So might as well hang out with everybody else, see what's going on. Not moose goulash, but that would be good. Actually, I'm not 100% on the laws up here, but from what I heard, they changed them. So like you go into the draw, and usually you would get a calf tag, and automatically if you didn't get into the bull or the cow draw. And then nowadays, I believe if you don't even get picked in the draw, you don't get to hunt now. So yeah, it'll make the numbers go up, tell you that much. Because I know when I moved up here 10, 15 years ago, we'd usually be getting one, and you don't hear people getting them quite as often. And if you do, it's usually you hear of somebody getting in trouble because a group ended up taking too many.
Kenny,
Yes?
your friend behind you's head's cut off in your live stream.
Oh, this dude looks like your son. I'm just joking.
I'm not lying.
No, that was a joke. Her son was over. Oh, he said hi, Mel.
Who?
Who knows you on there, eh?
Dustin?
Yeah, Outfish.
Hi.
That was enough to confuse her.
Look at this.
No, I haven't been hunting. I got to go out and get my FAC and everything. I should have already.
Already.
So, yep. I'm not too sure. I believe I showed you guys a blanket last time that Mel was making. And she finished that one, and now she's on to this one. Christmas presents. People love them. How many balls is this one? 2 or 3?
This is the second one so far.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where'd my hooker go?
She lost her hooker.
You lost my hooker.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There it is.
There it is. Found the hooker.
I do have it on all messages. Maybe did I miss a few there? Sorry, I look away for a second. Yep, Outfish. One of these days you gotta sell me that Sasquatch. Hey man, I got that off of, I think it was Temu, funny enough, or Amazon, but I think I might have got that through Temu. I got the trim right here. I want to trim it up one of these days. I saw a miter saw it like yourself. Their backyard. Actually, I think we do have one now. Yeah, good old 20 years ago. Anything and everything. Mainly fishing. Outdoors. I don't know. I live in northern Ontario, so we were just talking about moose briefly, and anything of the above. I don't know. I kind of keep busy doing anything. It's what we got to do in this world. Holy, there goes the chat. Valhalla? Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out. Alfred, how are things? Lewis? Got everybody's in here. Yeah, no, it's, I don't know, had quite a bit of rain there the last few days, so I haven't been able to get back out fishing. And, when I did go out in the canoe the other day, I got this Gorilla Glue that's like an expanding glue, and I filled the faint crack that happened in the back of the canoe when it got ran over out of the trailer. Like I said, we get enough snow out there that, and a cough, I know, eh? If you're gonna die quietly, dear.
No.
So, yeah, either way, you didn't even know the snowmobile was there, and it got ran over and got a little crack in the bottom, right underneath the back seat. So the water actually just goes in that one spot, but it makes the boat about 80 or 90 pounds heavier. Yeah, it says, "Suck quiet, dear." They're picking on you now. That's good. At least I'm not the only one. You don't cough, you don't get off. But, yeah, the moose numbers used to be up a lot more compared to what they are nowadays. And, like, we do get quite a bit of deer, just depending on where you go. You go a little south from here. I remember, oh, there's at least 100 deer hit on the highway in the one season. And I guess only a good portion of those would have been written down, or, you know, because when I was working on the highway there, they used to keep track of everything, of course. And then there's always the ones that get hit and run into the bush. Hey, Phoenix. How's the Phoenix Princess tonight? Yeah, no, we're just hanging out, chilling. I don't know, she's over there coughing and I'm not, so I'm kind of jealous. But,
one of our hazards when we're at work is hunters.
yeah, actually, where they were working there the other day, there was, like a shooting range or a gun club of some kind. It is only about 100 yards down the road. And the one guy,
Who is
he got,
closest?
yeah, that was the closest to it. He thought someone was shooting at him. So his little joke was that he's going to wear Kevlar this week. Bulletproof suit. But, yeah, I guess it's pretty nerve-wracking when someone's at the gun range and you don't know what's there and you're standing on the side of the highway and someone starts letting off shots.
We counted 12 shots. I was telling him, just let it fucking live already if you're missing them that much.
Yeah, if they wanted to hit him, they wouldn't have missed him the first time, right?
But it is dangerous when you're working on a remote highway.
Unless, like Backyard was saying, one of those people with a freaking extended clip or a barrel. Or the drum underneath there. It's like, hey man, if you need that many shots, there's a little bit of an issue there.
Well, it is technically a hazard for us because we are on a highway and it's nothing but bush and lakes and everything around us.
Oh yes, you need to be wearing your orange.
We always dress in orange.
Yeah, actually,
It's the law.
well, that's what they wear for work also. Funny story, actually. One of my buddies, someone that we all know, or kind of know, he was out walking a trail with a friend of his the other day. And his friend is like a hunter and everything else, and he does have his tickets. But he didn't have any of them printed off. But, the gun was in the vehicle with locks and whatnot, you know what I mean? It was still stored, but it was in the vehicle. So, either way, they were saying how, well, you got all these tags, but you don't got any of them printed off, so not having them printed off can be a $600 fine. So they gave him a week to get those printed off and be able to show the guy next time. And that's because I think it was a pretty good area for deer also. Hey, oh, Phoenix says hi.
Hi.
She's making a blanket. I know, she just got it all set up again. I'll take the ball with me this time. Check this out, Phoenix. I think you might have seen the other one. It was a lot brighter colors. This one's for,
Son-in-law.
yeah, her son-in-law. So, didn't think you'd appreciate all the bright pinks and everything else in it.
He requested blue.
Yeah, he was with them. Yeah, that was that was the guy, the hunter guy. Yeah. But oh, the M&R was nice and knew that like he wasn't out to cause trouble. and that he was good people overall. He wasn't one of those people that was out poaching and stuff like that, because you never know what you're gonna meet up with out there, right? They're usually they're just gonna avoid you or talk your ear off. But yeah, we lost all our leaves now, but still a lot of beautiful sights. Yeah, it's just done with a loom, and like you could be just sitting there watching TV, even doing a live stream, Phoenix, and making a blanket. They got smaller looms, you can make hats and stuff also. Yeah, we do. Well, that's the worst. She goes to the dollar store and she brings home all these little wooden things that, like little music boxes and stuff. I'd go ahead and crank them, but it has like Harry Potter song on one and just a couple different ones. It's surprising on what's on them. Right, and they're like, one's a harp, one's a like a baby grand piano, one's a megaphone.
One's a stand-up piano.
Yeah. And next you know, she wants me to paint them or something. Hey, Miss Rainey.
I just do crafts.
When's Fool's getting home? Cheers. Oh, Miss Rainey says hello as well.
Hello.
Yeah, I've gotten her listening to your crime stories and stuff too as well. Are you still doing one maybe tonight, or did you do one earlier, Miss Rainey? Another week, eh? Yeah. See, she works out of town for 10 days at a time. Right now, she's works in traffic control, and that's what her company specializes in.
And I'm in a beautiful northern town.
Yeah, beautiful northern town. Right now, I believe gas is $1.53 here. It'd be about $1.95, 96 there.
196.7.
Yeah, 196.7 before she left, and that's only 5 hours north from here.
That's what it's been the entire time.
Oh wow, yeah. Like even like all our drinks, chips, everything. They buy everything here and go there. It's amazing how a remote town can change.
They only get deliveries once every 2
Thanks, Miss Rain. Do you have time somebody out? The plan is tomorrow. Awesome. Yep, good times. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I wish I could be out and about doing something right now, but with the rain and the wind there, it's pretty crappy.
Really?
I just missed the nonsense. That's why I got someone awesome like yourself there, Miss Rainey.
Are you serious right now?
What?
Because of the rain and the wind, it's crappy outside?
Yeah, well, that's why I'm not outside hanging out. Yeah, she has to stand out in the weather and deal with it. So. But I think it's going to get a little bit nicer, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. I got to find a place where I can catch some walleye close by. The ice wasn't too bad. Could have been better.
I know a place, but it's 5 hours away.
Yeah, I'm not following you to work. I got 2 kids I gotta make sure go to school.
You could catch 12.
It's alright, Phoenix. Tell your mama say hi. Yeah, no, I I did a little bit of recon there the other day when I was out in the canoe, talking to a couple people and whatnot, and I do have a better area. It's not that cold. We just hit 0. Well, it's 0.5 now. So we're looking at 32. It's actually, for this time of year, I consider it warm. Because,
It's average.
yeah. Well, I remember we usually have snow on Halloween. Not a
haven't
lot.
for the last few years, though.
More of a wet snow or slushy mix crap.
Not in the last few years.
Well, I remember my ex's daughter, she ended up dressing up as a construction worker and just took all her papa's stuff on and put it all on and went trooping around. She was nice and warm. Got a message. Yeah, it's likely nothing important. It's likely my kid's Xbox or something silly. Or it could be Phoenix. Or a comment. Either way. As long as my phone doesn't ring, I gotta stop the ringer because for some reason I haven't changed it yet. I should. Thinking about switching phones though because my buddy there, Citizen Z, he ended up getting a new phone. He got the new Google Pixel phone, whatever it is, Pixel 9 or whatever it is. It's a nice phone. But he had a Yule phone, and that's ULFONE. And they come with night vision, and they're waterproof, so I could, well, only up to like 1.5 meters, but, well, here's one here. This one here, everybody calls the brick. You can see how thick it is. And that's without a case. It's at its own built-in case. And that little piece that's on that light, I got one on my phone too. So there's that light. That's just your normal light. Then if I go to the other side, isn't it? Same side?
Yeah.
What? Holy schmackers, yeah. And then there's the big light, right? Holy shit. How do you shut that sucker off now? Wow. And it also works as a charging supply or a battery booster pack. So I could charge I could hook lights, anything up to it. And how much did you get this one for? You remember?
508 delivered to my door.
508 delivered to the door, but you figure when most people go into a contractor or anything, they're paying what, over $1,000 for a phone.
And I ran it over with a pickup truck.
Yeah, she ran it over with a Dodge 1500, fully loaded with signs and cones.
About 180 pounds.
Yeah, well, at least. And then I'm not sure how it was, but either way, her smokes were next to the phone, and her smokes didn't get crushed. The phone protected her smokes.
And I didn't break my screen.
Hey, Michigan, how are things? Yeah, and I'm not showing granddaughter on there, but, I almost did. There we go. You guys, either way, there's no cracks in the screen. The little cutie on there. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's a lot easier and cheaper just to pop a headlight in, but when you're there in the shop, right, it's the convenience. That's how they make their money. Yeah, no, actually, this year is, I believe, the camping edition.
It is.
Right? So that's why it has the floodlight on there.
It's the Power Armor 24.
Yeah, Power Armor 24. So I was actually talking to the manufacturer there for a bit. I'm going to get a hold of them again because it is a product I'd like to start selling in Canada or in Ontario. I'd actually open up a store in Southern Ontario and go back and forth just for that, because I know it's that good of a product. And that's not the only ones. Like, they go up to $1,500 or more, or $1,800 if you really wanted to spend that money. But you can also get them with heat signature instead of just the IR, the infrared cameras, right, for the night vision. You can actually get heat vision, so you could pick up animals walking through the bush, or if you're into ghost hunting, you could use it for that. Steel City, check it out online. Right now, hey, I can't make a cent off it, but it's they got their own, they manufacture their own phones, they build all their own phones.
They have their own website, yophone.com.
Yophone.com, and like I said, they got so many different models. It's amazing. I only got 6 inches, but some like it that big around. Ha 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 ha.
And it also has dual SIM cards.
Oh yeah, and it has dual SIM cards, right? So you can have multiple lines. Looks like there's a... What's this? Put him at timeout. I know it's easier for you guys to do it sometimes. Right? Some of those people you just gotta laugh at, make the best of it. Happy he's got 10 inches. Like I said, I only got 6, but some like it that big around. So, hey champ, come on, get up here in the video. He just came down for the treats, but let's see. Cat ripped a hole in this bag. She likes these treats just as much as he does. And these ones here are duck wrapped and sweet potato tenders. Here you go, buddy. And they don't really look that appealing, to be honest. Like, it's... But if I took this and cut it up into pieces, the cat would be in her glory. Looks like the chat froze up on me. Have a good night, Phoenix. Well, either way. Yeah, I really want to get out fishing. I don't know. I don't hang out with a lot of people up here. Most of the friends that I have that are fishermen are on the outskirts, about an hour away. Actually, tonight's been the quietest night we've had here.
Mm-hmm.
Had my girlfriend has a few kids, and then my kids, and everybody running around. It's been crazy. Her kids are grown up though, but one of them has
They come visit mom when mom's off.
Yeah, when mom's not working, they come visit. So one of their vehicles broke down and is now in my driveway. I got a little Dodge Journey that doesn't want to run. Not too sure if the starter didn't line up or what, but it didn't want to engage after he put the new starter in. I didn't think it was the starter. I told him the motor was likely shot. But dog's wondering who I'm talking to. Talking to this guy right here on the camera, champ. Is that what I do? Is if I put a treat on top of the camera, he'll stare at you guys even more. Actually, I'm just gonna go here for a second. I'm just gonna change the message thing back over because it's froze on my end. I don't know about you guys. Miss Rainey. There, now it's working again. Sorry guys, I'm back. And now I can actually see all the messages that I was missing. I was thinking about selling them.
Selling what?
Cell phones. Should have never left Miss Rainey. My phone didn't know what to do without you. There, I think I'm almost caught up. Yep. What was Michigan asking about my dog? I didn't get to see that. Oh, what breed is he? Yeah, Heinz 57. He's got Shepherd, Lab, Pity, King Corso, something else. I don't know. There's a few different things. Can everybody still not showing me all the messages? Yeah, he's awesome. His name's Champ. His eyes, they turn red there with a light. Actually, I watched him being born. I figured he'd live up to his name. You good boy, Champ? See, the treats are over here just behind me, so that's why he stares there. Or here. Oh. Of course, like I said, here comes the cat. And her name's Phoenix. Just like our Princess Phoenix. So happens I got some scissors here. And the dog knows what I'm doing too, so is the cat. He's wondering why I'm giving away her treat. Oh yeah, he's a pretty tough dog. He's smart. Like, he wouldn't turn around and bite someone unless they're provoking him. And even at that, he'd just be skittish, kind of, and be like, what the hell are you doing? And bark at you?
Unless someone's threatening his family.
Yeah, unless someone's threatening his family or his kids. Like, I could even go in and just pretend to, you know, go and jump on my kid or something to wake him up. Phoenix. Here you go, champ. Here you go, baby girls. Yeah, she doesn't go outside. My other cat, he hasn't come home yet. He might, you never know, right? Like, cats can go like a few months even sometimes. And he is a big boy. And he still has his nuts. I didn't take him away on him, of course, so. I don't know. You never know. I think somebody grabbed my cat and just kept him. And the cat and the dog, they all get along. Like, right now the dog's like, "Are you done that treat yet? Are you going to save some for me?" Here, have a biscuit.
Did she eat it all?
Oh, you missed 2 pieces. I don't know. We caught a lot of big catfish and carp down in Hamilton Harbor years ago at the high level bridge. but I don't know, 20 plus pounds, I think, carp and or catfish. I didn't have a scale when I caught my the catfish a couple weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now, I guess it would be. I bought one, and of course you go out and you don't catch any, right? Sorry, I was trying to share the camera with the dog. Get up there then. Come on. There's no more. You had enough. Like the one that I caught, I bet you it was at least 10 to 15 pounds. Like, I can lift some weight, and I was holding it. It was as long as my leg, and I'm holding it out in front of me. And I don't know. It was pretty big. Like, even if I was holding it now, that's how it would be. His hand in this would be the tail, and its head was sitting in my hand. Oh, I know what bullhead you're talking about. The one out of the duck pond. I never seen one that big ever. The head on it was this big around. It's crazy. Yeah. That was the biggest bullhead I've ever seen.
Did you show them what you're excited
Oh,
about?
yes. I didn't get to show. Oh, well, I finally took the package off of these guys. So this is what the girlfriend got me for start up for December 1st. It's an advent calendar, fishing one.
You got that one and then the other one.
Are these both from Amazon?
No, one's from Temu.
Yeah, one's from I think this is the Amazon one.
No, that's Temu.
Oh, this is the Temu one. See, it shows how much I know. And then this is the Amazon. Alright, and then it has all the different things that you open up.
And it's all different fishing lures.
Yep, all different fishing lures, plastics. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
He just gets to stare at them for a while.
Yeah, another few more weeks, and then I can do a little short of each one each day.
Or include them in your life.
Well, yeah, I can, yeah. Just wanted to check something out here again, guys. Exactly, still fishing. Yeah, the stupid chat keeps freezing up for some reason. And as I look at the internet, well, I guess it could be better. I am in my basement, right? I was going to go live upstairs, but nice, that's awesome, steel fishing. You got the same one.
Does he?
Well, we're going to have to see if we get the same lures in them. That's pretty neat. I didn't know if anybody else was going to have one. See, I want to do some metal detecting videos next year too, because I do have all that. Oh, you got the first one. Okay, so this one down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see what we get. So yeah, my kids left up a tent in the backyard. They never took it down. So I told them I lost that tent. I know I got more tents here, but it's tall enough, and it's mainly just to block the wind, right?
For what?
Ice fishing. I haven't got myself a hut yet. Hey babe, I haven't got one yet. Hey guys, what's the price on an ice hut?
The hell are you hinting at me for?
Well, maybe you might want to come ice fishing with me.
Get an ice hut.
Well, that's what I was saying.
You could buy it.
Yeah, I know. I do everything mainly off my phone. I do. She does have a laptop. I can't believe how much it is freezing up, though. Oh, I know. I could even get a little buddy heater. There's actually a little mini doggy door on it that I could use to make into a ventilation system. $1.99 ordered on Walmart online, eh? Nice. That's pretty cheap, actually. I didn't realize they were that cheap. I think it's a Woods. Well, I got the other bag right here. I just wanted to look at it quick. No, it's Ozark Trail. It's a 5-piece camping combo.
They probably can't even hear you.
Yeah. Who's that? Yeah, Ozark. Yeah, they likely heard me. I wasn't too far away. It's a pretty good little tent. I'll leave like a good foot on the inside and just put a little bit of snow around. It'll hold down, keep the wind from coming in underneath. And or you just build a 1.5-foot wall and you set it on top of it and then build it into the wall. Hey, Amber. Yeah, usually the dog has to be right in the middle of everything. He likes to help. And now the cat's over there licking him. See, I used to go out on Lake Nipissing, which is one of our bigger lakes up here. Oh, nice, thanks. Ah, yeah, that's what I think. They are. They don't make stupid comments. Your phone's here. The brick. Yeah, I think it weighs a good 2 pounds, that phone. No. Well, that's the rule with our animals. They all got to get along. Oh, yes, he does. And, oh, yeah, I got 2 boys, right? And my mother also resides with us, Gma. So, either way, the dog has many places he can sleep. When the girlfriend's home, he doesn't get to cuddle up with me in bed as much. So like today I ended up going and had a little nap earlier, and he was there. Yep, dogs wave tails, women waves finger. He. Oh, she has an awesome sense of humor too, guys. I was actually thinking about getting her a karaoke machine because she loves to sing. She'd fit right in with Miss Rainey and everybody. Like, was it last Wednesday? No, when did we go to the bar?
Last Wednesday when I got back.
Yeah, it was last Wednesday.
Because I got back Tuesday.
Yeah, last Wednesday we went to karaoke and went to the bar. And I got into the tequila again. Weird thing is I don't know, it doesn't really get me that drunk. I don't get rowdy. Maybe if I mixed it, it'd be a different story, but like with other alcohols, but I can sit there and drink tequila sunrises all night long. I think I gotta start making them more doubles. Well, that bar there, they made them better. A lot better.
You got the small glasses.
Yeah. that's funny. The dog will just walk by and the cat will sit there and give him the little paw. And yeah, the animals don't get along. They're not allowed to be here. That's the rules. Yeah, I ended up going out. No, I'm not even going to show you guys just in case there's a copyright stupid thing. But I ended up buying, I buy mugs every year. Or at least one mug. Spirit Halloween. Right? I'm a coffee drinker. I don't really drink alcohol often. I don't even know how many coffees I've had today. I had to clean my fish tank soon too. I got a little fish tank there on the shelf. It's hard to see. But there we go. Yeah, well, it was about, oh, my oldest is 13. I think I gotten drunk once since he was born. Where I was like fall down drunk almost. And that's when I was still with their mother. Oh yeah, I think I'm on number 5. It's what we do. But I don't think it's anything important. No. It's actually another YouTuber I watch, Art of Kicks. He does scary videos and stuff like that. Oh, you know, enough to not get a small donkey. Down the Pride, huh? Yeah. You got her, brother. How's Black Lion? Put you guys back over at the Sam Squanch. Actually, I'm gonna go with this stuff. Anytime I go for a bag, the cat thinks she's getting treats again. For all you cat lovers. Oh, I love animals in general. I am more of a dog person, but for some reason, she just doesn't leave me alone, follows me everywhere. Big suck. And now she thinks she's getting a bunch of treats. Is that you petting your coon there, Grant? Yeah, I finally went live again there, Black Lion. It's been a while. A few days. I gotta move this this thing closer a bit. Somebody in their energy drinks. I won't say no names. Pick and choose your battles, right, guys? That's a little better. Now I don't have to reach as far. Well, I support all my fellow brothers out there on YouTube. So of course I'm gonna have Country Boy on my wall. This is before he shaved. Oh, I know that. Heck, I've actually known Outfish since I was 5 years old and he was 7. A couple years difference there. Oh, his name's Wyatt. Sasquatch is Wyatt. Hey, web shooter, how are things? Oh, there's some beautiful women out there in Maine, too. I'm loyal to her. She knows that. But... yeah, one of those days, eh? Actually, funny thing. I was bored. I get bored, right? Leave me alone. So I ended up, you can't really see it, but it says Ken Big Fish, or Ken Big on that side, and then on this side here it says fishing, right? Well, this thing went through the washing machine and the dryer. Just pulled her out. It's a case that I made. Oh, I make the best of everything. It's what we do. I'll be on your live there later, Black Lion. And if I have to head upstairs and the girlfriend goes to bed early, right? So this here was just a sleeve that was on a normal Bic lighter. And I just dipped it in like a clear coat and then painted it. Later, Black Lion. Talk to you after. What did I miss here? Yeah, Highway 11 is pretty rough on the way home. Yeah, I'm on the other side on Highway 69. And yeah, it was raining pretty good here most of the day. We lucked out though, didn't have to deal with any of the white crap. That's awesome. Yeah, actually, just north of us they were getting snow. Like tomorrow, they're calling for snow where Mel's working.
Oh, that was today.
Or that was today. And then even when she left, they already had a coating. Well, her daughter, her husband, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, they have a camp out the other side of Lake Wanapateh, a resort camp, and long story short, the ground was frozen and the ponds and stuff were also frozen on the way out. That was about 10 o'clock in the morning. So, just a matter of time. So, I figured I should get used to friggin' fishing in the cold. Wow, that's quite the run today. Yeah, they kept you busy. 4 people, 20 likes. I'll fire up the smoke machine for that. I know Mount Mama, she just went live, I think. You want one too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well. Looks like I gotta wait, guys. You know, they say happy wife, happy life. long as she makes you happy too. Well, it's just the way it is, right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get some ice. But even, like, it'd usually be a little bit colder than what it is right now. Like, I know Minnow Lake, it's a small little lake, and they got pike in there, and there's some perch, but I think I might have to just go throw my tent up out on Ramsey, or even out on the Pickle River. And there's actually that one lake that's out there, outfished, that I wanted you and I to go to, if we can this year. I know, like, I grew up down by Hamilton, and I moved up here back in roughly '09, I guess it would have been, 2009, 2010. And even back then, I think it was '08 that we had 3-foot snow drifts in Hamilton in one storm. I don't like this apparatus. Sorry. Sorry about all the noise, guys. So, Outfish, you're talking about phone holders and stuff. This one here, ordered it off Amazon. It was great. It just broke right here, a little crack. I hit it with the torch just to see if I could actually heat it up and make it a little rougher, so I could put some better glue in there. Like, it'll still stops at its spot, but just to say, separates it. So I got to get some stronger glue and let it sit longer. Or just order another one for 15 bucks, right? Well, we still get snow here. Last winter I didn't really have to shovel much. The winter before was pretty crazy. I actually want to try something this winter. But I'll have to see. I got to make sure I get a garden hose that I can keep free. Oh my god, the cat's actually beating up the other dog now. She's going into heat, so she has a diaper on. Like, one that's ordered, like, for a dog. Has a tail for the hole and everything else. Well, the cat's sitting there and keeps smacking her every time she walks by. Sorry, I want to check the internet again. Well, should be good. Oh, sorry, babe. Pass me your thing. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Just relaxing, watching TV, scrolling YouTube. I know, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it last year. I remember seeing ice, and then, yeah, 2 weeks later it was gone. Yeah, wood stove token. Yep. Call the plumber. Got a problem with some empty pipes. Anybody know what movie that was from? It's an old one. Like from when I was a kid. Oh, I missed the other one. Yes, sir. So yeah, yep, that's awesome. Yeah, it's been years since I've seen that, but that's what it was from. Yep. No, really want to hit that little lake that's out by my trailer that we've been talking about the last couple years. Like, I have gone there fishing, but I only accessed it with a canoe, which I got, right? But now I got to fix it, of course. But, well, my canoe is actually 44 inches wide, so it might be a little tough. Exactly, I know. Like, even the loggers and stuff, people don't realize it, but they need a good frost in the ground, or else they can't even work until, like, into the spring there. There's no frost in the ground, as soon as the snow and the ice is gone, people are dropping through. I don't have any sleds because been a single dad there, 2 kids. So I've had other demands for money. Yeah, you would be better off with a quad. If I lived down there, I'd have one. Even up here, I wish I had a quad. If I had a quad, I would have been out hauling around, getting firewood and everything else at the trailer, and would have been a heck of a lot easier to move stuff, right? Yeah, good old freeze before the snow. Yeah, we're lucky enough we'll get that. Yeah, my cat's been looking for the catfish bells on the TV there, Outfish. I'm gonna have to start putting on your live streams for her just so she has something to keep an eye on. Yeah, that'd be nice. Even a couple, need about 2 weeks of minus 15 there, and we'd be laughing. Like I was trying to say there earlier, sorry, I got distracted, ADHD. But I used to fish Lake Nipissing when I first moved up here. And we used to drive out in Buddy's vehicle and sit in the vehicle, have our lines and, but what we actually used, I don't have one, of course. Surprisingly, I don't have a hockey stick, as a Canadian. This is my cane, but we're going to pretend this is like a hockey stick. So you cut it, say, on an angle, roughly a 45, put a door stopper on it, and you put your the rod tip in it, the one half of the fishing pole, and you can take a empty spool of line, which I don't have an empty spool, but of course I got a spool of line, right? So you'd mount that, say, right onto the side with a wing nut, so you can control like the tightness, and you just run your line out, drop it down with your rig and everything on it. Well, I do got some hockey sticks upstairs. This is just what was handy. I made this here last winter for something to do. I was bored. This here was out of one of my trees from not this year, the year before. And this was just a random piece of wood that was just sitting around, and I carved it out. And yeah. Right, yeah, and then you just kind of you just build it up around the snow, and then you get a fish on, you just go over, and you don't have a rod to sit there and reel in like a lot of people do today, right? It's actually, you grab the line and you pull the line out, and you put it on the ice beside you, and Just keep a nice steady tension to the line all the way up. Be careful, and then you just kind of get him up. Hopefully get his nose through the hole and he fits. Hey Webster, I bet you your buddy can catch a lot of fish too. Yeah, hand lines. A handy just sounded a little different. Sounded like what those other guys were trying to look for. Your master went out, so now you're anxiety filled. Oh my god, I'm gonna miss him. Come up. Yeah, she's got a pretty green little diaper on today. She's like, oh my, you guys got me on camera? Oh, there you go. Now you're on the camera. Now they get to see your prettiness. You pretty? You good girls? I gotta be careful because I don't know her old own. I don't know. She likes smoke, and she likes try to attack the smoke.
Eclipse, enough.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd do the same thing. I got lots of beavers up here. Funny thing is, sometimes you get a good one too. You can just go pull it right out of the dam. That's usually where I find the better ones. Like the fresher. Yep, I gotta go catch some more big fish, guys. I know that. They're not gonna be looking up to my name, right? But I know winter's coming. Hopefully, I don't know. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I know that, like, well, I don't know. I'd never given my animals any edibles, but you know what I mean? To eat sticks or leaves or this, that, whatever. Really, eh? There's that many beavers down there. Well, I know there always was down by the 102 bridge. Or Spencer's Creek. On the back end of it, but like I used to go all the way down there. There used to be old towers that I think that they used to watch for, say, forest fires or different things coming up the canal, maybe. I'm not too sure exactly what those towers were made for, but we used to climb them as kids and stand there, and you could see the carp coming right up all the different canals up the river, going right towards like, say, the duck pond, right, because it was split off. I don't know. I seen those fish that you're catching at the RPG, and it's impressive. Hopefully they don't screw around those ponds like they did at Chrissy's conservation area, where out fishing I used to go catch trout all the time.
Hello. Hello?
Hello? Sorry, sailboat.
Hello?
You almost want to go down there with a bag of dog food and feed the buggers, eh? That's a good old smoke machine. Hey, Billy. Really, at the boardwalk? Are you talking about the carp dam itself? Steel City? See, like the current that goes through by that carp dam is amazing. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I think I do. I know lots of those creeks, surprisingly. Like, all the way from Parkside Drive up in Waterdown at Connor Nursery. Have you ever tried that place? I got a parking ticket there and fought it, actually. Because I was on the other side of the signs. Oh, Bayside, yeah. Hey, Outfish, have you ever been up to Parkside Drive ever in a while? There used to be some carp up in there because they get stuck in there, eh? They likely will. They'll look at Coots Paradise, or yeah, or not Coots, Kirk's Hollow, where you were earlier today. Like the dam that was there. I used to go down there. We used to hammer fish just below that dam, and like there'd actually be water in there. There's swimming spots, everything else. Like, I think my dad used to go swimming there as a kid even. Funny thing is, my grandfather owned the first cab company in the town of Dundas. And the town of Dundas is older than Hamilton. There's a lot of history down there. Like I said, if I could, I would start up my own cell phone company. If you want to Outfish, we can do it together. I've already been in contact briefly with them. But, I don't have a store, right? Really, eh? Yeah, because now it's all trespassing. I wonder if you dropped a canoe right there in the water and went up. Or could you? Yeah, I remember catching pike back in there too, yeah. There's so many little streams that people don't realize. Like, even one of the other little fishing holes that Outfish goes to, they used to call it Helen's Hole. And she was back in the beginning of our live stream, or the live here. She hopped in and said hello. That was my mother. They used to call it her hole. She was fishing there when she was 15 years old. So, about 45 years ago. Give or take. And back then, well, she only caught one nice trout out of there, but there was a lot of trout in there. My uncle, like I grew up in Flamborough out in Push Lynch on 97 Highway, and like the streams that were out there, like there's certain spots you go pull over on the side of the road and you just go with a piece of thread or red yarn on your hook and toss it underneath the bridge and let it float under, and wham, you'd have a trout on. Yeah, I know, it's like upon someone's yard, it's a no-go unless you know them. Yeah, some nice little brookies. That's how it used to be. And unfortunately, I'm not sure how many years ago it would have been, like 20 or 30 years ago, when Mountsburg had water. It used to be full of pike, and when it would flood, pike would end up in the river, and then it ended up in all the little creeks and rivers across Flamborough. Oh yeah, all those spots. There was that other spot by where good old Uncle Albert used to live. And there's a bunch of ponds down there. They used to call it fingers because there's like, I don't know. I think there used to be 5 ponds. I've only been to like 3 of them because I didn't make it all the way back in. And there's a creek that runs right next to it there. Oh, Rice Lake. That's out what? Peterborough area, right? Like Hastings and... Okay, champ, come on. I know you want attention. Come on, buddy. It's bad that you guys are getting all my attention here. Really, eh? It is a nursery for the harbor. I never even really thought of it about it that way. But yeah. That there was likely their big picture. We just didn't know it, right? Hey, Fish, you remember where I'm talking about when I say where Albert used to live, eh? The same road that he lived on. Go the opposite way there from Rice Lake? Rice Lake's pretty big. Are you talking about like Mountsburg? Mountsburg was a man-made lake. But it was pretty big. Like, I know lots of people that just used to go out there and catch catfish and everything else. We usually go by acres. I didn't realize Rice Lake was man-made. But then again, how many places were there lakes that aren't now? I heard a lot of people were catching walleye out in Lake Erie. And it was a really good year for that. That's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people practice catch and release, and then you get, like, those couple people, they're like, oh, no, we got to keep every single fish because we got a fish fry. Yeah, Trent Severn is... Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I actually used to live in Peterborough and Havelock for a bit. I lived right across the street from the train station. The scariest thing I ever seen was that, they leave trains sitting there, apparently, unsupervised, running. Nobody was around. And we were just out walking the dog, but nobody was around. Like, somebody could have hopped right up on the train, screwed around with controls, released brakes, whatever. Nobody was there. I couldn't believe it. Like, surprisingly, a lot of lakes get made all the time, even like from beavers. And then next, you go back 5 years later and it could be gone. I've seen that happen too. weird. If you got problems with beavers in a dam, people think that you go and you start peeling away the top of the dam and it gets rid of it and everything else, right? Well, it will get rid of it, but that beaver is going to come back as soon as they hear the trickle, and as soon as you leave, they're going to want to build it back up. So what I always found is if you go to the bottom side of the dam and you actually remove pieces and make a hole up underneath and drain it from underneath the water, they don't end up rebuilding it. Yeah, darn right. Actually, I've seen some pretty big beaver dams up here. And that would be going back 15 years ago that I seen that dam, and I don't think they can actually touch it because of how big it is. Like back then, I remember standing at the bottom of it and I'm looking up at it and it was about 20-25 feet high. And to be honest, I'm not even sure how it's been that long. But it covered a big area. And then a little stream ran right into my buddy's backyard. Yeah, Beaver Lodge, red green style. Good old Possum Lodge, eh? Heck, I could sit on here all night, but at the same time, I know the girlfriend's going to want to go to bed. She goes back to work tomorrow, so I don't know. I'm up at 6 regardless every morning. I was almost debating on starting to do a live stream at 6 o'clock in the morning drinking my coffee. Who else is up at that time? Anybody? Figured we always got morning people, right? See you, Web Shooter. Muskrat population's huge down here now. Why, huh? Yeah, they do. Now only if the homeless would start eating them, right? Well, you watch those different shows out in Alaska and stuff like that, and out there they eat them as a delicacy, right? Not a delicacy, but a way of life. 3 a.m. every day, yeah. Well, I just am getting up with my kids and everything every morning, and it's just what I do, right? Right now I'm not working or anything, but I ended up hurting myself there a bit back, and the next you know, I ended up with arthritis and everything else in my shoulders. But I'm been working that out slowly, but it's still there. But holy crap, sometimes I had good days and bad days. But you always got to push forward, right? No rest for the wicked. And definitely when I got 2 children, there is no resting. Yep. My kids are pretty good. They're what? Well, my youngest, he's only 10, and the other one's a teenager now, so. Nah, it's all what you make of it, right? Like, I know I can't sit there and not, well, if I sit there and overdo it today, I won't be able to move tomorrow, but that's like anything, right? Even if I was in shape. Because, well, not necessarily, but it's likely part of me being out of shape. But I also drove truck there for a few years, and that's actually what did it to me at first, because, you know, you're sitting for 8 to 12 hours in a day driving. It takes a toll on you when you're not doing physical labor and running around doing things all the time. Teacher told me I couldn't get paid for staring at a window, so I proved it wrong. That's my little joke about it, right? Sorry guys, the smoke machine's set up at a camera. The dog's all mad at me because she has no laundry to lay in. Oh, tasty. Kush good. And then the other one is, what was this one? Pink? Or no, purple punch out. Mixture of, a sour OG cheese with a black cherry punch. Yeah, I should have more. Like, the weird thing is I haven't broken bones, but I think I've wore out a lot of joints, so, and I'm too young to get anything replaced apparently. Yep. And then what was the other one? I don't know. And then I got my own OD, right? Well, that's why I like my own. My own's like a daytime stuff, and then I need an extra kick. Well, last year I couldn't get anything at the store that would be better than mine, so I had a really fuzzy fall last year in winter, right? But yeah, no, it was awesome, and it wasn't like an old school flavor. It was called stripper spit. It's weird how our body knows about weather coming, right? Because, yeah, 10 years ago I would have been like, oh, what are you talking about? Just get out there, or whatever, you know? No, no, no. It does catch up. But, I don't know. I worked hard all my life there, and, yeah. I know I pay for it now. Like, I got tennis elbow on my elbows and stuff now, too. And I don't even play tennis. But repetitive work, right? And, I don't know. I did roofing for a while. I don't know, I've done lots of different things. Helped a good friend of mine renovate his house. And that's when I realized I was getting old. When I ran into a wall and it didn't want to move. Yeah, that's... Now you know how I got the tennis elbow from roofing and stuff, right? But, yeah, my buddy bought a church. So, a church is open concept, big room, right? Well, they had 3.5, 4-foot walls, roughly, I think they were. And I was like, oh, it's only a little wall. Well, I should be able to move that wall. I don't know how many screws they had in that wall, but it didn't move the first time, second, or the third time. I was determined to move it, but it didn't move. And I ended up busting the rib that day. What do you think, babe? You kicking me off? Quiet time yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we're good to go for a bit.
I just finished doing up the dishes. The boys finished off the shepherd's pie.
They take their gummies, I wonder?
Yes, I made them take it.
Okay, good. It's all the crap that's in food these days.
When I was upstairs, they took their gummies. They finished off the shepherd's pie as a snack, so I washed up the pan.
Like kids, eh? Nice little snack.
They put their dishes in the dishwasher.
See, my phone says that I got 4 people in here and only 20 likes. So that just keeps putting me back over here in the smoke machine. Oh, I know, that's what I was just trying to get at. So, like, it comes down to it. Kids don't even fall asleep proper anymore or anything because of, like, a lot of the foods. You gotta buy straight up fresh pretty much and cook it. You buy processed or anything of the sort. And, yeah. But even buying making your own, half the food nowadays has crap in it.
And I'm doing that 5-hour drive alone tomorrow.
Thanks, I love the sign of the picture too. Yeah, too many preservatives and everything. Like, there isn't any, there's nothing out there that they haven't got their fingers into nowadays. Like, I don't know, there's a certain ingredient, but if it has, like, it's usually broke down into a number in the ingredients, and it's like indicates that it's genetically modified. Yeah, that's awesome. See, my garden only consisted of 4 plants, but I likely won't be doing that as much anymore. I know nobody on YouTube really knows where I live or anything, but it's just one of those. I got cameras and everything on them. But I end up at the trailer half the time. So to put the watering onto somebody else would be kind of mean to me. So yeah, this winter I'm actually thinking about trying something. I want to get a garden hose and a sprinkler system. And I was going to put a hole up through the top of a tent, like a normal dome tent, and have the sprinkler system running slowly over top of the tent and freezing, making it into like an igloo. Well, everything is genetically modified. 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, I was hearing that bananas could be extinct one day because they're all genetically modified. Because that's one of those things that we don't realize is how many different kinds of bananas there are even out there. But we only get the one kind. Yeah, I used to be, how do I put it? Country orientated. And then I moved back to the city, and I don't know, I do miss the country. Like, even out at the trailer, I find I eat better than I do at home sometimes. And it's just because it's, you know, more hearty cooking. And you end up buying your food and planning your meals more. So in the city, you could be on the go and be like, oh, I need to grab a bite to eat, and it's going to grab a couple burgers. Pink banana, eh? So I ended up buying a friggin' I seen this mount. It's a head mount. That's for a cell phone. You know how funny it looks with a big rectangle on the top of your head walking around? I did it for shits and giggles there, and everybody in my house was laughing their ass off at me. You never know. I'll likely try it one of these days. Or I'm just going to turn it into a chest mount. Because I got other straps and stuff, right? It'd be easy enough. But I like that mount because I was able to, came with several. Oh, good times. Clips. Clips. Who put that on you? Come here. Okay, stop.
It was on her proper leash. She keeps chewing at it.
Oh. Let's switch it up and wash. This one here, you got it stretched. Sorry about that. What's that, Outfish? Sorry, no, the dog was just, Main ingredients in McDonald's fries. Sawdust? No, I'm not too sure. What would it be? Wouldn't surprise me though. Something soy. Cheap seed oil. Yeah. 19 ingredients in a fry. Wow. That's crazy. Just to think of how many French fries I just ended up ordering and I didn't actually eat. Actually, I ended up getting a large fry because, you know, win a hamburger, this, that, I don't know. Stupid Monopoly game that it's like 1 in 32 million chances to win. Yeah, potato starch and what else is in a potato? I've seen TikTok videos where people have thrown them outside and birds don't even eat them. Actually, I got onion rings somewhere and I had the same issue. The birds didn't even want to eat them. And it's such a convenience. That's the problem. Oh yeah, all the ducks love fries, yeah. True enough. Well, actually, we do got the one pond that we got here in Sudbury is full of catfish. Where I can go down there with bread, and they usually come up in the hundreds. I don't know about this time of year. And the weeds were getting pretty overgrown in there this year too. Where all they had to do was swim down 2 feet and they were hiding. Yeah, beach chickens. Better off not eating anything processed. You can still get, no, lots of, some vitamins and everything else out of a lot of vegetables, but anything that can be manufactured, like a French fry, anything, like even Tim Hortons, everything's frozen now. It's gone downhill, right? I remember growing up and knowing different bakers and stuff that were sitting there baking every night. Yeah, luckily we don't have the gobies up here yet. It is hurting our children, and that's where I was getting at about this in the beginning, is because, like I mentioned, gummies is because I know lots of parents that got to give their kids melatonin nowadays because they have issues with sleeping and staying asleep. And a lot of that's social media, the internet, everything else too, right? Like, everything's bad for us. And, like, the one thing that a lot of people don't realize, the wireless routers that are in our house. 20 years ago, the friggin' Elementary School Teachers Union of Ontario, they did a big write-up about how they didn't sign on to being into a room full of radiation when they became teachers. The Wi-Fi in our house and that comes off our cell phones is a class 2 radiation. We're all getting messed up. We don't realize it, but you can't get away with it unless you move out to somewhere where there is no reception and no signal. And then next, they try to call you hillbillies. Oh, microwaves do cause damage over time. But that's something that only creates that when it's turned on. A wireless router creates a wireless signal all the time. So it's just, what are we going to find out in 30 years? For all I know, I could be talking about something taboo right now. Right? It's one of those things that nobody really knows or talks about. And they made it so mandatory that you got this thing. Like, I remember 20 years ago, oh, I'll never have a chip in me to be tracked or followed around. Hell no, I'm not going to be that person. Guess what? We all do now. Everybody has a cell phone. Or 98% of the population does, right? Exactly. We carry the chip everywhere. And it's just the way it is. People wouldn't think of it that way, right? Because it's just an everyday thing now. But yeah, there was a time that we didn't have that. There's a lot of crap that we didn't have, and the world was a lot different. People got to see, shorelines and sunsets. But I'll be honest, you guys are the ones that help make me realize how beautiful the area is that I live in. Like, I got to be a hater of, like, society and everything else around me, and, like, wow, look at all the negative crap out there. Then I started doing live streams, and I'm surrounded by rocks, trees, water, bush. You know what I mean? And acres, hundreds and thousands of acres of bush. Oh yeah, I know, they force, well, phone lines, they're still there. They haven't taken them out. Not completely yet. And that's the funny thing, like, when your hydro goes out, did you know you still got power on that phone line? And maybe that's what I should do one of these days, is get a phone cord for a cell phone, right? One of our charger cords, and get the other cord and see if I can actually get the trickle charge to work. Oh, I do enjoy the bush. Well, they already charge us for the water that goes into our house and out of our house, but in the city at least. And likely in the it's likely the same way in the country to a certain point. And yeah, carbon tax. I was just gonna say we do pay for our air, and it's just a crock of crap, and that's just to mark up, electric cars. They want to make fuel higher, so everybody goes to electric. But 3 years, or 2 to 3 years, Canada isn't going to be able to, or electrical system is not going to be able to sustain it. If they get everybody with electric cars, and then you go to fill up your car and it's going to cost you $60 a night to fill it up, right? How much are people really saving? Well, some people, I remember them, or before, like, you could turn around and set up like a little solar farm at your house, and next you know, and sell it off to Ontario, and they sell it back to you for more. Oh, did I miss something there? I might have. It moved pretty quick. Well, I don't know. I've been slowly collecting over the last 3 to 5 years. I got a couple brand new solar panels still in the box. And I just got, and I got lots of wire hang. I even got windmills and everything else. Alternators that are already wound down, and the one windmill I got's homemade, so it's the alternator's mounted right onto it, and I just gotta figure out the swivel system. I already got the wiring and everything for it, so it can actually spin all the way around, complete 360. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's pretty well what I want to do at my trailer, is run it all off grid. Luckily, I've been able to run off my buddy's house, right? Which has been great. But for the summer, I want to build a cistern. And if I have to, I was going to put, oh my God, I can't think of the name of it. A ram pump. Pump water up from the river. I know it'd take lots of pipe, but if I ended up pumping it to the top of the hill into a reservoir, and then I could put it up high enough, and then I can actually gravity feed it to another tank, and then into my camp. I was thinking about doing that. I got all the equipment. I got a whole bunch of props, everything else. Good friend of mine there, I was helping him out, and he had the equipment, and he gave it to me. I think I should just go out there and go knock on the door and say hi. Hey, what's going on, Outfish? I know I could actually, just because like she's, there's my family too growing up. do some investigating. No. Make sure everybody's safe up there, right? I haven't talked to them in a long time. And I can go hit up a couple good little fishing holes out there. Oh yeah, it's... I don't know. The houses up here aren't quite as much as they are in southern Ontario, right? But there isn't as much work up here. So if you're looking to retire, it's not too bad. But then again, you got to make sure that you're prepared for a different winter. It's a drier cold, so you don't get the dampness running through you like you do around the Great Lakes. But yeah, when it gets down to 40 below, cold is cold. Nah, it's all good. I can get, well, hopefully next summer I don't end up having time to shut off a camera and there's always a camera just going. And then I just go live on top of that. I'm just going to keep secondary cameras going. Is what I'm thinking about doing. Because I do got 4K, I think they're 4K, they might be 5K, either way. Night vision cameras with 4K. So I can set them up and just run normal camera, like 4K camera, right? Because I think the other one goes down, well, just to night vision, right? So it's a different quality. Yeah, Ontario is big. Like, my girlfriend, she's going to work tomorrow morning, 5 hours north, I guess.
And I get to northeast, and I get to do the drive alone.
Yeah, and she's doing the drive alone, unfortunately.
Northwest, sorry.
Northwest, yeah. And that's not even halfway to the Ontario border. Like from my house up there.
In Chapleau, it's still another 13 hours to Manitoba border.
Yeah, 13 hours to the Manitoba border. Another 13 hours, so it's like an 18-hour from here to Manitoba border. So, and then there would be another, say, 4 hours, 4.5 hours to Hamilton or Toronto and Hamilton.
Sean quit.
I knew he was. I knew he was gonna, and his excuse. So,
I don't know what the excuse is yet. That's why Lori.
Okay,
called
my prediction. We had
That's why Lori called me. Kevlar vest, and he was afraid of getting shot.
Oh, that's his excuse. Because I was telling you guys a story there earlier about this past shift there that she was doing her 10-day cycle. Friggin', it was the last day too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were about 100 yards from shooting range gun club thing. And someone was in that shooting range.
Rifle club.
Yeah, long range rifle club, and someone was in the rifle range and let off about 12 shots, and Buddy was making comments. So and he's like, "Oh, next time when I come back, I'm gonna be wearing a Kevlar thing." So he's likely turned around and said, "Oh, I don't feel safe working with hunters out there shooting."
He quit at 7:30 tonight, even though Gibson messaged him at about 1.
Yeah, he is. Citizen Z. Yeah, friggin', yeah, no, my buddy just started in the union. Now he's doing,
Asbestos.
class 3 asbestos.
No,
he's doing, he's only doing type 1, 2, but they're training him to do 3 next.
They will be, yeah.
Yeah, to finish this job. So, yeah.
He's not certified in it yet.
He's not completely certified in it yet, right? Like he's only got his type 1 and type 2, going for the type 3 sometime during this job. And yeah, it's decent cash. It's I'm just gonna be like 30 plus, you know, roughly. Yeah, this was just 12 shots roughly in a row. Someone at the firing range, right? Like even when out at the trailer, I thought there was gunshots going off the one night. They were actually fireworks coming from the res. Actually, or no, those ones they were downriver.
Hunting season is until the 15th.
Isn't till the 15th?
It is.
Oh, it is till the 15th. Yeah.
So we got to deal with them until Friday. That's when moose and deer closes on Friday.
At the river, it's about the same. Yeah. I don't know. I'm wondering if those channel cats are gonna, if they're done with biting. I'm not 100% on how that works for the temperature and the channel cats, if they just shut off at a certain time. Right, that was more so something that, well, I was getting into carp fishing and channel cat fishing down in southern Ontario, and then I moved up here, right? And I've just done it a few times here and there, but now, yeah. Well, we got mooses open right now too, right? And deer?
It closes on the 15th.
And deer?
On the 15th it ends.
Yeah.
It's been open for the last month.
Yeah. Hey, Outfish, if you get a chance, call Eric Northern Wanderer. Got a good story for a good fishing spot too, actually. It all has to intertwine with that, the hunter guy that I was telling earlier. But yeah, they found a really cool spot.
So I'm going to be working with Jim and Lori. 2 lead hands.
Nice. She's also getting trained to be a lead hand, right? You start deer on the 15th in Michigan, eh? It might be the same here too. I'm not sure how that works. Is deer? I'd have to look up the regulations.
Hang on.
Yep. Yeah, I know he has lots of cool stuff out there. I'm not sure if he went on did any videos or anything of this hike. I don't think he wants to tell anybody about his journey too much on his location.
Oh, October 1st to December 31st.
October 1st to December 31st for deer or moose?
Deer.
For deer. Yeah. Yes, sir. So I guess it's the same here, Michigan. Rifles, November 18th. So Outfish, I think that's something that you and I should be looking into. You know what I mean? I know we don't need to be crazy big game hunters. You know, but, you know, make
See,
the
for
best of
moose
anything.
hunting, they have two different dates. Resident open season is from October 12th to December 15th.
Okay.
For 7A. For 18B, it's September 14th to October 4th. And that's for residents, so people who live in that area.
What area are we?
If you were hunting around here, you would be considered resident because your address is Sudbury. So if you're hunting Cape Real or Valparaiso,
Oh, okay, I got you, yeah.
that is considered resident.
Yeah.
Non-resident open season, however, so people who are coming in from the States or coming in from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, whatever to go
Or
hunting.
Southern Ontario even, right?
Or Southern Ontario. Moose hunting is from October 14th to November 15th for 7A. And 18B, it's September 14th to October 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, the deer in Southern Ontario, they're very sweet because of all the cornfields. That's for up here, Outfish.
That's for Ontario.
Oh, that's for Ontario.
In general.
Yeah, that's Ontario in general. Like,
moose, it depends on your jurisdiction. Down south, if you have moose, then there's moose close by.
Well, there isn't any down there. We got deer down there, though.
Okay, so you'd be under non-resident, which means your hunting season for moose would end up here on Friday, which is the 15th of November.
Oh, really, eh? Yeah, but, like, they've made other stipulations, too. But down there, I know like I was saying, there's so many deer, and, I don't know, we got enough friends out there, even in the country and stuff, that there's a couple farms that I know that we're allowed, or we may be able to go to.
My mom is not one of them.
No. I'm talking about down in southern Ontario.
My mom has moose right behind where the horses are, but she does not allow hunting on her property because she has horses and dogs.
Yeah. No, I know.
And they
don't
go
even
in the bush.
I know. I wish I had a deer to put in my freezer. Oh, I bet you could. Yeah, no, free meat's always good meat, man. Usually. As long as someone's not scraping roadkill, right? Beverly Hillbilly style. That's the thing, yeah. You get the bit of the pine taste where I know the meat and like the deer or the venison down in southern Ontario. There's so many cornfields down there. It's almost like they're grain fed. They got more of a sweet taste to them. Like you still get a bit of wild taste to it, but not much. Not to compare to up here where you get more of the pine taste. Because like in the winter, you never know. They could be eating bark or pine meat or whatever, right? Of course, or it's at St. Charles. It might be. I'm not sure. What do you mean by of course? Let's go back here. Yeah, there's actually the hunting club actually out there too. Oh, for radishes, potatoes. Yeah, that's one way to do it, right? Like, I don't know. We had apples this year that we just kind of dumped out there in the bush, just, you know, if they wanted to eat them, but the only thing that gets shot around there is usually cameras. The wolves, they can be bad. My buddy used to have a shepherd, like Eric, and the dog was outside, and all of a sudden he ended up hearing the wolves or whatever. Went out, noticed the dog, and he ended up, I'm not sure if he sounded the alarm, but he fired up the truck with the electric start, and it was enough to distract the wolves. And then the dog ended up taking off towards the truck, and the wolves were still kind of like going around and everything else, and he ended up the wolves ended up taking off after a bit, right? And the dog was safe, and the dog got in the house, but yeah. Right? Like some people, like my aunt and uncle used to have outdoor dogs, like shepherds, big dogs, right? And they had big dog houses and everything else, and they were well fed, everything else, right? And they're acclimatized, but they actually got pregnant by the wolves before. Yeah, coy wolves. It's like coyote wolf. Yep. And it's amazing. Like, we got those here too. Like, you'll be out there and it sounds like a pack of like Shih Tzus or something, little yappy buggers running through the bush or something, but they're bigger than what you think. Yeah, there's actually, well, I remember there used to be a big pack of wolves that came all the way, like even across Georgian Bay, I think almost from the island. Because they migrate and everything too, right? To where the food is. Actually, this year we didn't have the foxes like we usually do. Like out at Eric's, we usually they live in the old highway down below. Like right in the sandbanks and everything. Right? And we'd have the pups. If you go on to his YouTube channel, he does have some shorts and stuff of the pups that he uploaded. He just uploaded them not long ago too, I think. She's on her phone right now, or I would.
For what?
I was wondering if you can search up Ontario Koi Wolf on your phone so I can show them a picture. I know she's in the middle of her game or something.
What?
Koi. C-O-Y.
Okay.
Wolf. It's like a coyote wolf.
Okay, give me a minute.
I did have another phone here actually, but I don't know where it is. I think my kid might have took it back. One's right here. Kids always love to take things, eh? Oh, I needed it. It was my old phone anyhow. I didn't need it, right? There we go, guys. See if we can get her to zoom. There we go. That's an Ontario Koi Wolf. It almost does, eh? But smaller. Yeah, and a smaller nose, mouth. Beautiful looking though. And for a lot of people, they wouldn't know the difference, right? I remember about 5 years ago, there was a wolf that used to be on Clarny Highway 637. And I guess from people feeding him and stuff, he used to walk up and down the highway. And I think he was a timber wolf, actually.
He's the one that almost got smoked a few times.
Yeah, he almost got hit a couple times, yeah.
He thought it was a great place to sunbathe in the middle of the highway.
Yeah. Well, we also, there's a couple spots on the Clarny Highway that we'd even put up cones the odd time, right? Because there's a mother fox with her cubs in the embankment on the edge of the road.
You'd even see bears playing on the highway.
Oh yeah, we get black bears up here too. I used to make jokes, right? Because you'd go to Sudbury and you'd see more bears in town than you seen out of town.
Sudbury street gangs.
Yeah, and we used to call it the Sudbury street gangs. Yep. Yeah, it's like everything, right? It's evolution. It's weird, but it's how it works. Look at us now compared to 20, 30 years ago. Like, how much plastic do we actually have in our bodies? Yeah, no grit. Sorry guys, just eating some Halloween candy. Oh, grizzlies. No, just black bear, yeah.
Grizzlies are out west.
Yeah, you still don't want to get in between one and their mother.
No, that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, there's a couple grizzly movies like that from out west. Western Canada. With the big grizzlies.
You're in the Rockies.
Oh yeah, Manitoba too. So like Ontario, Manitoba border. Yeah, you can likely see some polar bears out there maybe.
Northern, very north.
Yeah, very north.
My brother's currently working in the Yukon.
Oh wow.
In the mountains. He hasn't seen any yet.
No, they're dangerous. Sorry, I got TV here too. ADHD, I get distracted easy. But I am gonna likely cut this. I have to let you guys go soon here. I don't want to keep her up too late. I know she works in the morning, right?
I got a 5-hour drive, then I gotta work.
Yeah, she has a 5-hour drive, then work. And we still gotta go to the grocery store just to pick up one thing on the way. You know, there's always something that we always forget. North of Cochrane? Oh yeah, way up there. Oh yeah, up in the Northwest Territories. None of it. Where they get none of it. Yeah, James Bay. Actually, well, I haven't been out there a lot. I only took a drive out there once with Eric. We went all the way out to a place called Moonbeam. And, like, you get up so far to a place and they call it the watershed. And that's actually where the direction of the rivers change. Right? And
where we're working is the Atlantic watershed, and from that point, all waters flow south into the Atlantic.
Yeah, and or north the other way, too. Right? Like, just north of there.
But the sign says from here, all waters flow south.
Yeah. So yeah, you get to a certain point, you'll be standing there and it indicates that all water flows south. Go a little bit further north and on the other end of the body of water maybe, or I'm not 100% how it works, but all the water flows north. Yes, thanks guys. You know, it's been awesome. I've been kind of down and out because of the weather and whatnot. Haven't been able to get out fishing. And I'm pretty busy here at the house. Like I said, I got a broken down car in my driveway. It's not mine, but the motor's blown, and then the person has went and picked up a motor, but I told them they're not fixing it here. So like I said, we've been busy. Alright guys, so I don't know, I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good one. Out fishing, give me a call if you want. I don't know, if you're not busy. But I'll talk to you later. Have a good day guys. Ciao.